Yes, can. All right, good morning again. So the topic is we're going to be talking about continuous improvement or Kaizen. So Kaizen, it's a Japanese word. Okay, so it's a Japanese word. What it means, Kai, it's change. Zen is good for the better. In other words, it's continuous improvement. Yeah. And so what is Kaizen? In Japanese, Kaizen means continuous improvement. What it says there in Gemba or the workplace, Gemba, it's a Japanese word as well. And what it means, it's the workplace. It's your home. So wherever you are doing your business, that is your Gemba. That is your workplace. That is your home. Okay, so then the question is, what is continuous? So continuous is never stop, all the time. When something happens, and it means now. Yeah, so we are seriously saying it's gotta happen now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, because when we say tomorrow, that means we are procrastinating, but it means now. So we've gotta act now. So Kaizen has a cup of tea, believe it or not, and it says, for you to go to Gemba, is what you do is you go for it. You go all out and do it with a can-do spirit. These are the Kaizen cup of tea. Right? So this is our continuous improvement here. We have to go for it, go all out and just do it, There's a quote here, and I know that we've heard of this quote before, and it says, if you always do what you have always done, you will always get what you have always got. We have to change. So there is really no option. There's really no option. We have to change, and we have to do it. And continuous improvement, it's about change. It's about making that move. It's about stepping up and just do it. And like I said before, it's not about doing it yesterday or doing it tomorrow. It's about doing it now. Okay. So why is Kaizen the way to go? The question is, why is Kaizen the way to go? Why is continuous improvement so important? Why? It's because the effect of Kaizen improvements are long-term, right? So if you continually improve, you will see the result as a long-term result. Kaizen has many small steps, and it is continuous and incremental. So, we're not talking about big things or big goals, right? Yes, you have your big goal at the end of the day, but we're looking at smaller goals. Build those smaller goals in between so that you can get to your big goal. So Kaizen or continuous improvement is really talking about those small steps. Build those little steps or those small goals in between. And every time you achieve those small steps, it'll get you closer to your big goal. Yeah. And that's why it's easier for people to follow and to implement. It's because they have identified those small steps and then they work at it. If we come up with a big goal and you don't have the small steps in between, for you to get there, you will get lost. Yeah. Kaizen changes are gradual and constant. Yeah, they have to be constant because it's continuous. Kaizen involves everyone. So when I say here, both managers and workers, we're talking about your leader. Yeah, your leader, you as a leader, you as a manager, you are managing your business. We are talking about business here. Yeah, and if you are recruiting workers in your own business, you have to make sure that they are all involved. It's a process, yeah? Kaizen involves little investment but great effort. You know why I say it's little investment? It's because we only paid 170. Yeah, but the effort to get into it, it's amazing. Because you know what? That 170 will make you a millionaire. And I'm pretty sure if Sione was here, he can vouch for that. They probably didn't even pay 170 like me. I didn't pay 170, but you know what? I made over $10,000 from crowd one. Yeah. So, but you know what? The effort that I put into it is amazing. So it involves little investment, little money, but the effort is amazing. It's great. So, and also it focuses on the process. Yeah. So we have to focus on the process, that everything we do in our business, it's all part of that process. And even that process, you will fail or you will fall, you will stop, but it's all part of that process as long as you keep going. Yeah, as long as you don't stop. This is why it says continuous improvements. It's about going forward, going forward. And when you improve something, it means that you have achieved something. Improvements, it's an outcome of something that you have done in your life or that you have done in your own business. So Kaizen philosophy and mentality. So now we're talking about what's going in our minds. Yeah. It's about visible management, commitment, and support. So we have to be seeing that we are committed and we are providing the support to our teams. Yeah, we have to. We as leaders must always make sure that we are seen as committed people and that we are giving that support. Non-blaming and non-judgmental. Let's just not blame other people. If your business is not working, don't blame other people. Yeah, look at yourself and don't even look at the people up above you. You know how like sometimes when you're starting your business and about to go and it's going really well and then all of a sudden it stopped. And then you go, oh, because Robin never gave me anybody to help me with my business. Or no, never gave me anybody to help me with my business. Or Stephen, he does it. He hardly ever attends some of my meetings, No, we don't look at the people above you. You need to look at downwards, because who is in your team? They are the people right there. Yeah. So we don't look up. But of course, like Stephen said, for example, he's looking down at us and he's giving us the support. But we don't need to tell him that, right? We don't need to tell him that. So it's a non-blaming, it's a non-judgmental, it's a delegation of power and empowerment. Yeah. So, this what you call power hour that we're doing, it's so good that every day we have like 4 or 5 people to be all coming together and put in their thoughts and ideas and all that. To me, that is empowerment. That is getting them to show what they have, like, to show, that they do have wisdom, right? And that they are capable of presenting things and all that. So we empower people. When I say shop floor focus here, what it really means is that we're talking about our business. We are running it. Yeah, we are really focusing on our business and we are doing something. Yeah, let's say, for example, if we're talking about in a manufacturing or in a traditional working environment, when we say shop floor there, we're talking about where the activity is happening. For us in our business, this is like, for example, if I say shop floor focus, if we are doing power hour and you have time to attend it, that is you being a shop floor focus. You are right here supporting the team, listening and learning. We share information, goals are defined. Yeah, we always, sometimes people say, oh, crowd one, there's so much information. They just keep emailing this to us. But you know what? It's a good thing. If you don't want to learn it, if you don't want to read it, it's because you just don't want to learn. And we understand that, the more we learn, the more we earn, isn't it? So share information and goals are defined. Define what your goals are. Every power hour sessions we have, we always talk about goals. Understand what those goals are. Define it. So it's not just a lip service, I'm pretty sure Julie is going to talk a lot about the do part, just go and do. So we're not talking about just blah, 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 like this, but we are actually going to be actioning something. Problem solving by team concept. So if you are having, like, for example, a round table, or even in your own individual Zoom with your team, ask the question, why are we not going forward with our business? What is stopping us from going forward with our business? Yeah, what can we do to get us to where we want to go? Yeah, what is the problem? Identify what those problems are, right? Identify what the root causes are of those problems. And if you do understand what the root causes are of those problems, I tell you what, you will be able to problem solve. You will be able to come up with some solutions for you to understand how to resolve those problems. Yeah, so problem solve by team concept. So if you are getting together as a team, ask the question, why aren't we moving at all in this business? What's going on? What's going on? What is the root cause? Is it me? Or is it because we just don't understand? We need more training in this area. We need more training. Okay, if we don't need training, what is the solution? The solution? Maybe go to Stephen and ask him to give us more training in this area or whatever. So That's that other area they're problem solving. Maximum use of Gemba people's wisdom for continuous improvement. So what I mean by that is that we need to make sure that we are using the wisdom of the people that are in our team. You know how like sometimes we have team members that will just come and listen. You know, I'm telling you what, they all sitting there, but they have a lot of wisdom. We need to get them out of their comfort zone. We need to bring the, you know, what's hidden in there out, so that, because if it's showing outward, I tell you what, those people will be so amazing with their business. They're just a little bit shy. Yeah. Continuous eliminating of non-value added. So, you know, Julie was asking about, you know, some of these meetings, if we look at cutting back, say, let's say 10 minutes, and then add that 10 minutes every week, you can come up with 1 hour. And if we use that 1 hour there to, like, I don't know, call somebody, that would be a much more value-added activity rather than just sitting at a meeting 15 minutes, right? That's just an example that I'm giving you. So when I say non-value added, it's talking about all the waste of time things that you are doing, like watching TV or just sitting there doing nothing, right? So identify what your value-added activity is. So when I say value-added, something that is so important that will give you what you need in your life, especially if you want to achieve those goals. Achieving those smaller steps or smaller goals that you have defined yourself would be value added for you. So eliminate any non-value added activities that you are doing. Like, for example, for me, I have eliminated watching TV because it's a non-value added activity for me. I don't watch TV at all. And I hardly now ever go on Facebook because I am just far too busy to do value-added things that I have identified myself in my life. And you know what? Reading my Bible, it's a value-added thing for me because I need to be closer to God, right? So it's an important thing. So identify what those non-value-added things are in your life and get rid of them because you don't need them, yeah? And attention to detail. So pay attention. So if you go to meetings, if you come to this meeting or training or whatever, pay attention, take notes. Yeah, take notes and always take those notes and read through them, read through them and understand. If you don't understand, then go back to the person that actually did the training for you and get them to explain to you what they are, but please pay attention to every little training that we attend in our meetings. Now, the second section of this training is about resistance to change. We talk about change. Yeah, every little thing that you do in your life will be a change for you, but it's a good change. That if you know that it will be a good change. And then the question would be, why do people resist change? Or do they resist being changed? Yeah. And some of the things that I've listed here is fear of the unknown. Some people don't really want to change. It's because they don't really see what's out there. So they have lack of faith, fear of failure. They're too scared. It might fail. Like some people, they say, oh, how long is that business going to last? Yeah. Fear of learning. They don't really want to learn. Lack of confidence. We've got to have confidence in ourselves to be able to get to somewhere. Lack of security, lack of trust. Sometimes people say, oh, I just don't trust them. All they want from us is just our money. That's not really good, isn't it? Lack of teamwork, lack of understanding and training. With our Crowd One, there is just so much training, you wouldn't believe it. Even on a Sunday, which I don't really do training and all of that, there's still training being done on Sunday as well. So much training out there. Lack of awareness, desire, too complacent. You know what? As human beings, we say, oh, I'm happy with the money that I have. I don't really need Crowd One. I don't really need all of these meetings. You know why? Because you are so complacent. You are comfortable with where you're at. And you know what? Like I said before, if you have always done what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got, or something like that, Don't be complacent. Traditions, always done it this way, as I said before. Even some of them, they say, oh, it costs too much. It's all too hard. And then there's our everyone here, they call pride and politics. Oh, I don't really want to be in his business because he thinks that he knows it all. you know, or I don't really want to associate with them. These are some of the reasons why people don't want to change. Here's my favorite one. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the biggest obstacle of all? Look at yourself in the mirror. Don't look at everybody else around you. Look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm the obstacle. It is not Stephen. It's not Noel. It's not Julie. It's not anybody. It's really yourself. Okay, so that is our training about Kaizen. So remember, guys, Kaizen, it's about continuous improvement. And it means continuous, and it is now, right? So it's not tomorrow, because if you say tomorrow, that means you are procrastinating, right? And always remember, we're talking about small changes here, small incremental changes here. So you have a big goal, set up little goals in between and achieve those goals. So every time you improve and you have achieved those goals, you have done something. A great outcome has come out of it. And always remember, when you're looking at the mirror, all you see is yourself. Okay, so don't blame anybody. So that's it. Thank you.